So about 2 years ago, I did my How to Roleplay Revised video on maps and texture packs, and I recommended a bunch of maps that are good for role-playing. What I did not do in that video is give you guys exact locations of where things were on each map. A couple of the maps that I recommended were Lapiz Point, Mandimisu, Colorado River, etc. Today, this video is going to be going over locations for those maps. Hey, editing Mandy here real quick. So this video is actually going to be only Lapiz Point, and then there will be another video next week doing Mandimisu, just because this video, the raw footage for this video was over an hour long, so it was already going to be a long video without me also including Mandimisu. Mandimisu recording also was about 40 minutes of recording, just to let you guys know how long it takes to record these videos. But yeah, they're already too long, so this video is going to be only Lapiz Point, and then the next video next week will be Mandimisu. This video is going to be me going over specific locations within a couple of those maps, mostly Lapiz Point and Mandimisu, since those are the ones that I get the most comments about. And I'll be providing exact locations and exact coordinates within this video. These are just locations that I know of and that I have used many times before, and this is just my personal preference when it comes to spots on the map. Other people might have other personal preferences that they like, but these are just the locations that I like. Also, this video is completely unscripted. I am doing this kind of like on a whim, so we'll see how this video turns out and how long it will be. Also, if you hear a fan going on in the background, no you don't. It's hot as hell in my room and I need the cold air, okay? Really quickly, I had to turn off Quick Pro because I'm recording Quick Pro, because that gives you a lot better shots when you zoom in with Optifine. But we're gonna start out on Lapiz Point. So you will spawn around here for Lapiz Point, and you'll see like these three signs right here, and yeah, these are the signs that you'll see. It's just giving credit to like the, you know, the map makers, which you should give credit to the map makers. Always give credit to the map makers. I have been horrible with forgetting to credit people, but I am getting better with it with Legends, as I am crediting map people for that map, for the maps I'm using on that series. So yeah. So what I've done is I've compiled a bunch of areas, and it's all within this one workbook. If you guys didn't know, I use a mod called Warp Book to keep all of the warps for the locations of the areas for any of my sets and stuff like that. I use the mod called Warp Book. That way it's easy to navigate around the map and I don't have to fly around everywhere. So I highly recommend, if you're working with a big map like this, get this mod if you're working on a 1.12.2. By the way, just so I say this in the beginning of the video, this is for version 1.12.2. I only work on version 1.12.2. I don't work on Minecraft PE. I don't work on Bedrock. I work on Java Edition 1.12.2 for Minecraft roleplays. But like I was saying, I highly recommend getting Warp Book. Like, this mod is great, or getting any other type of like warp like area, or warping a mod that lets you warp to specific locations. I just like this one because I can literally copy this and then give it to like body actors or builders, so that way they also have these warps. So yeah, that's just why I like Warp Book, because I can just give it out to everyone so that way we all have the same warps. How to use Warp Book really quickly is you're going to look for this little icon right here. You're going to click on that. You're going to get one of these unbound pages and a brand new Warp Book. And then you're going to right click this page, name it something random, really doesn't matter. And then get this Warp Book, shift right click to open it. And then you place this in here, and then you just right click, and then you get teleported like right there, and that sound happens. So yeah, it's a pretty easy mod to use and I like it a lot. The first location I am going to show you is the iHop, or just this residential area. I have all of these warps noted down here. So yeah, but like, this is the iHop. This is one of the things that I highly recommend that you find on this map, just because the iHop is really nice, and it's one of my favorite like restaurants to like highlight, just because, you know, welcome to iHop. I think iHop is just like, I don't know, it's cool. I like iHop. And then over there, that is the Apple Store. I actually have that marked next. So the Apple Store is over here. At one point, I had all of these buildings, like this building, the Starbucks, and then the Apple Store, all remodeled and all redone in chisel and bits, and they looked amazing. I unfortunately lost those maps, and I will cry every day about losing those maps. It was not to my fault, by the way. It was the server hosting company's fault, and I will claim that to the day I die, honestly. But anyways, iHop, it's a good location if you ever want to use like, I don't know, iHop in your Minecraft roleplays. If you just need like a random restaurant to record in, there you go. The Apple Store is over here. The Apple Store, you know, another location if you ever like need, like if you ever want to record a roleplay in the Apple Store, or if you want like your characters to be seen at work and they work at the Apple Store, they work at iHop. Good locations. Now across the street over here from the iHop is actually the, you know, it's the Starbucks. Now this looks really bare because I'm in the process of remodeling the Starbucks. I'm in the process of remodeling all of these to make them what they were once again. So yeah, I'm currently in the process of getting like one of my chisel and bit persons to do these for me, which is, by the way, Ken works on all my chisel and bit stuff. He's freaking amazing. Just shout out to like Ken really quickly. Thank you, Ken. You're amazing. He does a lot of my sets for me, and he's been with me for so many years, and I appreciate him so freaking much, and I've never given him a shout out, and I really should start doing that. But yeah, there's the Starbucks. There is furniture in here when you download this map, I promise. But I just deleted everything in here because I'm remodeling it. So yeah. And the exact coordinates for all three of these builds are going to be that. It's going to be this exact coordinates for the iHop, and then you can just walk right over to the Apple Store or the Starbucks. But if you want all of the coordinates for each different location, this is the coordinates for the iHop. This is the coordinates for the Apple Store. And this is the coordinates for the Starbucks. And this is the coordinates for the Starbucks. By the way, please don't make me say these coordinates names. Just please. I have ADHD and numbers are really hard for me, okay? Just look at the screen, please. I would, please. Or in the description, because I'll also add all of these coordinates in the description as well. So yay. The next location I have for you guys is a grocery store. This is just a plain run-of-the-mill grocery store. This map has a bunch of different stores on it. It has stores like Walmart, Home Depot, a bunch of different ones. But this is just a normal, regular grocery store. I am pretty sure Afmao used this grocery store in like one of her videos, and she just like redid it a little bit, but I'm pretty sure she used this exact grocery store in one of her videos. I don't remember. She used a lot of spots in this map, but yeah, this is a grocery store. If you guys ever want a grocery store for your Minecraft roleplays, it's here we go. This is the coordinates for the grocery store. The next location we're going to focus on is the mall. One of my favorite locations in all of the map. I love the mall so much. Don't even start with me about this mall. So when you walk in the mall in this entrance, there are different entrances to this mall, but just in that entrance you're going to be, you know, welcomed into like a department store, and then you can walk out this way, and then you can just get to like the main hallway where all the different like stores are and everything. As you can see, the mall is not completely done all the way because it's such a big build, but you come out into like the food court area, and then you can just like fly around and find like different shops and stuff like that, and you can just mess around. I personally really like using the second level. Yeah, the second level. I like using the second level, and then I also like using the shops down here in this first level and this corridor, just because I feel like it just looks nice. It looks good. At some point I did completely redo this. If you ever saw my series Loving Life, I did completely like redo a lot of stuff in the mall. Unfortunately, that map was lost to time as well. These are the coordinates for the mall on Lapiz Point. The next location I am going to show you guys is a little strip of stores that you can use. Now, if you've been a longtime viewer of mine, you might recognize this little area from a thumbnail that I had from Enchanted Redwood High. Yes, that series is so old, but so good. I am honestly thinking of redoing it, but you know, that's just me redoing old series that I've done before. But anyways, this is just a strip of stores. And I like this one because one, there's kind of nothing really around, so you can really mold this area to whatever you want. And I think that this store in particular just has like a really good like layout. And if you want to make this store even bigger, there's a whole nother bigger area over here, which I actually used this area. I actually redid this whole area in, I'm pretty sure, Enchanted Redwood High as well. And I made this like a little coffee shop. It was really cute. I liked it a lot. I think I called like the, I think I called the coffee shop Cafe or something like that. I do that a lot with the names of my role plays. If I don't want to give like something like a substantial name, like if it's not that important to the story, I just give it like a really dumb name like Cafe, or you know, just something like that. So yeah, this is the coordinates for the strip of stores. The next location I'm going to show you guys is the movie theater, which actually was featured in another one of Afmau's videos. I believe like all of these are all featured in my street, so a bunch of locations from this map were featured in my street. So if you walk in here, you know, it's a movie theater, you get your tickets here, you walk up here, you know, all that good stuff. It's a little confusing in here at first, but you gotta kind of like follow the signs a little bit. So like to the balcony slash like the floating bars over there, then the cinemas are all over there, and the ticket places and the toilets are all over here. So yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff. So if you come up here, I believe this is like the balcony, and it's just like a stage. It's a stage, you know what I mean? And like I said, if you just follow the signs, there's a bunch of different like little areas in here. Like this is one for like the Lone Ranger or something like that. Like this is an actual like movie theater place. So yeah. And if you even wanted to, what I recommend is replacing that screen right there, if you want to show your screen at all, with, if you have Blockbuster installed, replace it with these chroma blocks, like the green ones in particular, because that'll be a really nice green screen. That is how me and Haley, aka Atmosphere, did a lot of our green screening for a bunch of our series. Like if you remember in the beginning of Camp Karma, Phoebe and her brother are driving. That was actually a green screened scene. We used green screens for that. Instead of it, we actually recorded people driving down the street. So yeah, but a lot of it was a green screen. So yeah. And this is the coordinates for the movie theater. The next location I'm going to show you guys is a football stadium. If you ever want to, you know, put sports or do football or whatever, you could just put the stadium in your Minecraft roleplay. The stadium is freaking huge. It is out of my render distance. Okay, my render distance is currently like, oh, it's 8. I thought I put it to 12. Well, there we go. Now we can see all of it when I put it on 12. But yeah, no, this is it. This is the good old, you know, football stadium. I believe I also used this in Redwood High, Minecraft Enchanted Redwood High. Yeah, that series. I believe I just used this like very sparingly to just be like, hey, this is the high school's football field. This is nowhere near a high school. This is nowhere near a high school. This is in the middle of the city, for Lapiz Point, by the way. I just used this specific one and kind of like dummied it and be like, hey, this is the high school's football stadium. It's not. It really is not. It's just a random one that I found. And this is the chords for the football stadium if you ever want to use it. The next location I'll show you guys for, you know, sports areas is kind of like a little sports area, you know. And so this is a kind of like a little area that's out in the middle of nowhere, where there are tennis courts over there in an unbuilt building, but this is a built building. And then these are like little soccer fields, and then there's like a track ring over here. This is kind of just like a little recreational area, and it is in the middle of nowhere. It's just FYI. But yeah, no, it's a cool little area, and I found it literally just today for this video because I just ran around the map and I found a bunch of cool little locations that I haven't really used before. So yep, cool little area. This is the coordinates for this cute little area. The next location I'm going to show you guys is a little farming district area. And I just found this one too. I believe that this is on the newer versions of Lapiz Point because I don't remember this being here a couple years ago. Or maybe I just did not explore this map to the fullest. But as you can see, it's just farmland. A bunch of farmland and a bunch of, you know, little farmhouses, farming districts, and all that good stuff. If you ever want to make like a Minecraft roleplay about farming, Stardew Valley, a Minecraft roleplay about modern, here you go. It's a little farming area and it's really cute and I actually like it a lot. Here are the coordinates for the little farming district area. This little area that I found for you guys is a cute little trailer park on Lapiz Point. And as you can see, it's just a little area kind of out in the middle of nowhere and it's a cute little trailer park. I believe I was going to use this area for something. I just never released it. I just worked on it, I think by myself a little bit. I think it was called the Forevermore that I was going to, you know, released a series for this on. That was a roleplay that never came to be that I wrote. So yeah, but yeah, no, it's a cute little area for like trailers and stuff like that. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's not really completed all the way, I don't think. So if you want to add on to this area, you're more than welcome to. And this is the coordinates for the trailer park area. We are now getting into the meat and potatoes of this video, which are the areas that you guys actually care about, aka the apartment buildings and the residential housing areas. Yes, I know that's all you care about for that. A lot of people really want to know where the AFMAO builds are, and we will get to those. We'll get to those very quickly, don't you worry. But for the first area of, well, for the first apartment building I'm going to show you is actually this apartment building. I've used this apartment building before. And I used this in Loving Life, and what I did was I literally broke down this little thing and I broke through this wall right here, and I just did that to get to the elevators for this area. So yeah, if we go like up, oh okay, here we go, up, and then right here, this was actually my apartment for Loving Life. Yep, this was the apartment that I had. I did renovate it a little bit. I made it cuter and stuff like that. But yeah, this was the apartment that I had in Loving Life. If you want to use it, you are more than welcome to. Jeez. Okay. But yeah, no. Cute apartment building. I like it a lot personally. I think it's a really nice one. It's just cute and small. I just connected like 2 buildings and made it more of like a bigger area. So yeah. These are the coordinates for this specific apartment building. The next apartment building is going to be an apartment building that I'm actually reusing for like the 3rd time or something, just because I like it that much. So keep in mind, when we walk into this apartment building, everything that you're seeing, I have built. None of this is in the download. None of it is in the download. Repeat after me. None of this is in the download. Okay. I have completely redone and am still working on this area actually for a series that is coming up soon. So yeah. But yeah, we'll just walk in and we will look at this apartment building really quickly. So when you walk in, originally the floor is going to be this high, so you will have like 3 blocks of height. What I did was I lowered the floor because it's better like this and you get more space in area. So yeah, and then we walk around up here, and this part of it is not done yet, and I put up this wall. This wall is not here in the download. I put this wall here. It's not that hard to build a wall. And then originally this staircase was 2 wide instead of 1 wide. I made it 1 wide because I wanted to make it 1 wide. And then the apartments look something like this. Ignore the stuff, the glowy stuff in the ground. It's the ceiling downstairs. I put glowstone in it. But yeah, no, this is the apartment layout. So these apartments are actually really cool. They're small, but like I like them because they're small, and I think it just is a cute little apartment layout. You can tear down walls in here and make the apartment however you want. You can choose a different layout and all that good stuff. I'll show you one that I renovated, and this is one that I renovated. This is going to be my character's apartment building. All of the boxes, they actually, no, this is not my character's. Actually, this is not Mandy's apartment. This is someone else's, but I'll show you this one anyway. So yeah, this is the apartment building. There's something in the way. It's in the way. Help. This is a glitch. This is a glitch. I don't know why this is here. This is a glitch, but okay. Yeah, no, it's an apartment building. It's an apartment. So yeah, this is a glitch. This is not supposed to be here. I don't know why it's here. But okay, yeah, no. This is the one I renovated. Looking nice so far. It's not done yet. Clearly, there's a glitch right here. I don't know how that's there, but I'll get rid of it. Somehow, some way, I'll get rid of it. These are the coordinates for this specific apartment building. Also, one thing to note about this specific apartment building, this whole area down here, this bottom area is completely barren. There's nothing in here. There's no furniture. There's nothing. With these big buildings, usually it will be like, or like the shops, the smaller shops, it will be a little hard to find completely built out and decorated like buildings like this. So you may have to do some work and, you know, do some building yourself and decorating yourself, which I highly recommend. Decorate stuff, guys. Like, don't just settle for whatever's there. Like, really make it your own and decorate it. Like, I highly recommend you doing that and taking the time, because it'll just be better, within my opinion. It'll be more of what you want, you know what I mean? It'll be more of your vision, you know. Let's get artsy. It'll be more of your vision, more of your creative vision. That's what it'll be. So I recommend it. I recommend building. Building is great. The third and final apartment building is actually an apartment building I've never used ever before, but I think it's a really nice one, and I really want to get the chance to use it at some point. But yeah, no, it's this apartment building. It looks really nice. This is like the overview of the apartment building, kind of, you know. There's two little areas right here, and I think all of the apartments are the same on the inside, like literally the same. So like this one, this is what it looks like on the inside, you know. Very nice, spacious, a little small. You can tell that I like smaller apartments just because I think they look better. But yeah, that's what that looks like. And if I break this door, it'll be the same thing on the other side. Yeah, the exact same thing. So all the layouts are the same. This is the coordinates for this specific apartment building. Now we are getting into the residential areas for this video. So for this little residential area, I am actually renovating this house a little bit. I renovated it for a series I never did, but I think it looks really nice. But yeah, no, this is what the inside of the house looks like. This is actually a chisel and bit bed that I made a while ago. It's not the best. I understand I'm not the best at chisel and bits, okay? But I tried, okay? But this area looks really nice. Okay. So I'm going to show you the whole residential area. Keep in mind that this residential area did not originally look like this, and I am extra. Do you want to know why I'm extra? Because I take houses from other parts of Lapiz Point and I schematic and copy and paste them all over the map to just change them up and make them look different, and just to make the area look a little bit different, so that way it's not the same thing that you guys are seeing every time. So I switch up houses, and I like I put different houses in different places all the time. Like, I just pick a house up and I put it somewhere else, honestly. So let's just keep that in mind. Yeah, this is the first residential area. That house is really cute. I like this house a lot. It's one of my favorites for like a small house. And then this is also another really good one. I think I've used this one before. Yeah, I have used this one before. It's a really nice house and I like it a lot. And this area is actually right next to a high school. I'll show you guys that high school in like a hot minute. But yeah, no, there are bigger houses like that one that's really nice. That's a bigger house that looks really nice. That's a bigger house that looks really nice. Some of these houses aren't fully furnished on the inside, like this one. Keep in mind, you will have to furnish some houses by yourself, which again, I highly recommend you doing, because I think that's part of the fun of making a role play, doing your sets and all that type of stuff. It really gets you in the mood to actually do the series and record and stuff like that. So yeah. Now I'm going to show you guys something, and this is the exact locations of these two houses over here. I have not touched, I have not moved around. You know, these are where these houses are actually within the map of Lapiz Point. If you come over here, we will see two houses that I think you guys will recognize a lot, especially this one. This is where this house is. Exactly where this house is. Yeah, if this doesn't look familiar to you guys, I'm just gonna walk around the inside a little bit and show you. I accidentally took a screenshot there, but yeah, I'm just gonna show you the inside of the house, and then maybe you'll get it. But yeah, if you know where this is from, it's from my Street Season 1. There you go. That's where the house is. I think some people have made like videos showing where this house is before, but if you guys want to know the exact coordinates for this house, there you go. That's the exact coordinates for this house. These are the coordinates for this exact residential area. The next residential area I'm going to show you is actually a residential area that I have used before. I believe I've used this exact house behind me before, and I haven't used this area in a really long time because these houses are very big, very like gaudy feeling, and it just feels like millionaires live in this area. I'm gonna be for real. So yeah, it just feels like very rich people live here. So if we walk inside this house, I'm pretty sure I used this exact house for something. Yeah, I did. Oh god, I know that's supposed to be like a reflection, but this is glass and I don't like this. But I usually get rid of that in this house. But yeah, no, this is a house that I've used before, I'm pretty sure. Some of them are done on the inside. I don't think all of them are, but I believe some of them are done on the inside. This is a very big area with many different houses. So yeah, and there is another street to this area too. If we just fly over this house, there is another street. A bunch of these houses are just copy and pasted, which is expected for areas like this, for residential areas, because if you go into like a residential area, a lot of the houses will look the same nowadays, like a little cul-de-sac moment. So yeah, these houses are really nice. They're just very big, like extremely big. Like you would own one of these houses if you have like 3 kids. You know what I mean? This is just very big. This is the coordinates for this exact residential area. For this residential area, I actually don't think I've ever used any houses here, but I found this, and this is more of just like a smaller residential area. It's a little bit farther away from the other residential area I just showed you, but this is just like one street that kind of loops around, and there are just a bunch of different houses and trees and stuff like that. So this is a little bit more secluded and a little bit more cut off, but the houses are like the same like flavor as the other houses that I just showed you. It's like the same, you know, the same like, you know, stuff for the other houses and stuff like that I just showed you. So yeah, same concept, same designs, same everything. There's like a little area over here, you know, with like gas stations and stuff like that. So if you want to use this area, there you go. These are the coordinates for this residential area. The next couple of locations I'm going to show you guys are high schools. Now, remember early in the video where I said some of these buildings, some of the bigger buildings are not going to be decorated inside? This is one of them, but this is a high school that a lot of people use, and it is actually a very good one. What I do, honestly, I've never used this specific high school. I don't think I've never redone this high school ever, but what I have done is I have built a high school directly across from this high school. I actually built it right there. I'll put a picture of it up on screen. It was a nice high school that I built. Will I ever build it again? I don't know, but it had a lot of chisel and bit work in it. But when you walk into this high school, it's about to get kind of dark. But yeah, no, this is what it looks like. It's a very big. There's no floor plan. You know, like there's just nothing but just building right here, and it's a really good high school to use. I highly recommend you using it because it has like this big field in the back here, and it's surrounded by a lot of trees, and it is kind of on the edge of the map, as you can see right here. But it's still a good high school. It still has good, like, it's still a good building overall. So I think it is a very good one for you to use. This is the exact coordinates for this high school. Another high school I'm about to show you guys, this high school is actually a little renovated on the inside. It does have some interior to it. So I think this is also another good choice for another high school or a middle school, because this is slightly smaller than the other high school. But I think this is still a good like fit if you're looking for a high school or like a middle school setting. So yeah, I'm just gonna break the doors because I don't care. But yeah, no, you walk in here, it's a pretty good high school. What are these, iron blocks? Yeah, no, they're gold. That's why I'm getting the metal sound. But yeah, no, you just walk around in here. You know, it has a gymnasium. You know, it has like, you know, bathrooms. I don't know. It has you know, cafeteria. I don't know the layout of this high school, I'm gonna be for real, because I never use this high school. I always build my own, but it has just a bunch of classrooms in it and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a pretty good high school. I recommend using this one because even though I've never used this one and I always build my own because I want to design things, I think this is a very good high school. And it's raining, I'll turn that off in a minute, but still I think this is a good option for you guys. This is the coordinates for this exact high school location. This is the last high school I have to show you guys, and this high school does have a floor plan and layout, and this one I actually have used in the past, and this one I am actually renovating right now to use at some point. I don't know when why is there, what have you done? But as I was saying, what I like to do is I like to renovate a bunch of different buildings in case I ever want to do anything or record any specific series. But I am currently, I did these, or Lizzie, one of my helpers or person who used to help me build and do stuff, actually decorated a lot of this, and I did some of it. But yeah, no, Lizzie did a lot of this. So yeah, and by the way, if you see random blocks just in random places like that, that is me leaving those for people to come on if I'm not on and decorate some stuff for me. So I just leave random blocks in random places so that way they can just quickly grab them and run away. But yeah, no, this high school is really cool. I think a couple people have actually used this high school for a role play. This is the location of this high school. So this next area that I'm going to show you guys is actually just a very big area, and I can't tell you whether or not any of these buildings have anything in them. I'm just letting you know that this is a city, and I am in a city. This is the location of the city in Lapiz Point, like the very built up, very urban city in Lapiz Point. It's in a very different area. The area that I showed you with the movie theater earlier and one of the apartment buildings is actually another like quote-unquote city, because this map has like 2 cities in it technically, but this is the city in Lapiz Point, and I think it's very, very nice. It's very built up. This is the location or the coordinates for this exact city within Lapiz Point. Now this next area that I'm going to show you guys is just an overall area like the city was, but this is a smaller tiny town that I actually love this area so much. And if you recognize this building, and if you've been a long-time viewer of my channel, I use this area for disaster daycare. So this is what the area looks like, and here is where I put the daycare for my daycare series. When I did a daycare series, I renovated this little area and I made it all cute and stuff, and there's an upstairs area, and it was you know, disaster daycare. That was the name of the series because it was very clearly a disaster. It's just us being chaotic and weird and stuff like that. But yeah, this is the area for disaster that I use for disaster daycare. Obviously this is going to be what it looks like when you download the map. This building wasn't exactly done yet. I turned this building into a school. If you want to make this building a school, you can. I like that this building is kind of halfway done because you can kind of make it your own and finish it off if you want to. And then there's just a bunch of little residential homes for you to use. There's a church right here if you want to use a church. What I did was I made this like an abandoned church, I think, and stuff like that. Or I made like a little graveyard. Oh yeah, no, here is a graveyard. There's a graveyard right here with a bunch of different graves in it. Right here, I think what we put right here is actually like an old haunted house. I think that we put an old haunted house right here. But yeah, it's just a cute little area. If you just want the feel of like a smaller town that doesn't have a lot to it, but you can kind of build and expand upon just a little bit, this is a really good area for that. If you want a role play that's within a small town that it doesn't have a lot to it, this is a really good area for that. And I really like this area a lot, actually. I think this is quite nice. So yeah, these are the coordinates for this tiny town on Lapiz Point. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. My recording time for this is almost an hour, a full hour of recording, like raw footage, uncut, not edited. This is an hour long. So I think I'm going to have to split the Lapiz Point maps and the Metropolis maps up into 2 different videos, which is perfectly fine. And I will add a note in the beginning of the video letting you guys know that that is the situation. So yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching this video and all that jazz. I will see you in the next one. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I hope you guys found this video was useful in showing you a bunch of different locations and areas that I personally really like. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, bye bye.